Welcome to From the Shed End podcast with myself, T.Dot. As always, thank you very much for joining me. Before we get into the content, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well about what we're going to discuss. And also, if you haven't done this already, make sure you head over to Spotify once you've finished here and listen to episode 51 of From the Shed End podcast with myself and Theo. We talk about a lot of things on there. So let's talk about Thomas Tuchel's press conference. He didn't give too much away as per usual, but let's talk about the injury to Reece James and the recovery. He did mention that he's not available for tomorrow's game against Plymouth Argyle, but he also did mention that he won't be travelling with the squad to the Club World Cup in Abu Dhabi as well. Reece James apparently has missed a week's worth of training due to illness, so he's still got a long way to go before he's even back in training with the full squad. He sounds like he's still doing a lot of solo training, which sounds like it's been a massive setback to what Thomas Tuchel told us a few weeks ago, that he might be ready and in contention to play some part in the Club World Cup. So in my opinion, it makes sense to leave Reece James back home and let him carry on with his rehabilitation. And if we're being 100%, I think we have to be honest and say that we're not going to get the Reece James that we saw earlier on in the season, who was scoring and assisting for fun. We're not going to get that this season. Those kind of injuries can take months to heal correctly and properly, and it's a slow process. We have to be patient with him and Ben Chilwell as well. So yeah, it's a shame for Reece. I think he would have loved to go over there, and he would definitely have improved the squad. I think to expect Azpilicueta to potentially play those two games back to back, so close together in that heat, those conditions, might be a bit much. But we have to see. Confident, of course, as always, as a Chelsea fan. But another injury that we have to worry about, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Thomas Tuchel did again confirm that he won't be available for tomorrow's game. Again, not a major concern. I don't think the injury is too big to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We also have to highlight a couple of the youth players that potentially might actually start tomorrow. So, we could look at maybe seeing Harvey Vale, Lewis Hall, Xavier Simons potentially coming into the team, playing some part, whether they start or they come off the bench. But I think all three deserve some form of football in the FA Cup, because if anyone who didn't, please go back and watch the FA Youth Cup against Liverpool. It was a brilliant game. It ended 4-3. And again, Lewis Hall, Harvey Vale were brilliant in that game as well. So if you haven't done that, head over to YouTube, the Chelsea channel. You'll be able to see that on there. But let's talk about Plymouth Argyle tomorrow. Obviously, they're doing very well in their own league. I think they're 7th. So, you have to give them a lot of credit. But this is a game we should be beating them easily. There should be no issues here. As I said on the podcast episode, I think it's going to be 3-0. I think it should be an easy game for us. Now, Thomas Tuchel did also say that Kennedy, who has now been registered also as a Premier League player for Chelsea, potentially might play some part in the game. If they play a wing-back system, then Kennedy's probably perfect for that. He can play left wing-back and maybe potentially give Alonso a rest, who you would expect to be the first choice for Club World Cup. So I think if Alonso is rested, I expect to see Kennedy in the team, potentially maybe Azpilicueta at right back, maybe the 3 centre-backs as per usual. Obviously, I think Thiago Silva and Pulisic haven't trained with the squad due to international football. So whether they come back into it and they come off the bench, or if they're not even featured, then we'll have to see. But it'll be interesting to see if Lukaku starts or Kai Havertz. I think Thomas Tuchel will always put out a strong squad. He doesn't really believe in putting out weakened teams and disrespecting the opponents and the tournament itself. And the FA Cup is nothing to be sniffed about. This is a trophy that, yes, okay, people kind of overlook it, but League Cup, FA Cup, they're trophies at the end of the day. They go down as honours for us as Chelsea fans as well. So we have to respect not just Plymouth, but the tournament itself. And I think we've got every right to believe that we can get to the final of not just the Carabao Cup, but also the FA Cup as well. So I think Tuchel's going to put out a very strong squad. He might want to rest players for the Club World Cup, but I think he'll bring a lot of those players off who he expects to start on Wednesday. The team fly out straight after the FA Cup as well. So there's a couple of days of preparation before Wednesday's match. And we'll have to see what team he puts out, but I'd expect it to be quite a strong team as well. But of course, we have to see what happens. I'm going to go for 3-0. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think the score is going to be tomorrow. what the team selection might be. Should the youth players start? I think for me, yes. But if you disagree, let me know your reasons as to why in the comments as well. But this has been T.Dot from the Shed End podcast. Until next time, stay safe and thank you very much for watching.